They say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. The very essence of beauty you hold her within. Every crack and crevice you hold her. You're beautiful is what holds us.
What's up, everybody? We are back. We are the Melanin Pot, and we have a special guest on today, Mr. Figaro himself.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Nick Figaro's in the building. Finally.
Yes, it's been some time.
It's been some time. You've had a lot going on.
Yes,
a lot.
Thank God. Thank God.
I feel like I've been like looking through the newspaper and like, dang, Nick, Nick, Nick.
Good reasons. Good
reasons. You've been making some moves out here.
Yeah.
So Nick, how long you been in business?
So I've been in business for 5 years now.
Dang, yeah, as long as we was in school.
Yeah. Just about. Yep. Just when I met you around that time.
Yeah, we went to the University of Central Arkansas, as you all know. He also attended as well.
Yes, go Bears, go Bears.
Go Bears, right. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on now as far as the business. How's things treating you?
Everything's great. The cigars are great. You know, I have the cigarellos now, and then I have my fig leaf. That's moving very good, and then I have grinders, I have different lighters that I'm coming with. So
all inventory for the smoker.
Any type of smoking product, I'm gonna be producing.
Now, for us who don't smoke, so what is the difference between a fig leaf and a cigarello? Like, what's the?
Okay, so the difference is the cigarello is a mini cigar, right?
Okay.
So it's a mini cigar, and the fig leaf is more of just a leaf, right? So my mini cigars, they come with tobacco, and my fig leaf is just a leaf, you know? So if you had a preference of other tobacco that you would like, you would put that in your fig leaf, you know?
Oh,
yeah.
See,
you better say that very clean. Because I feel like you didn't need tobacco.
Right.
No, it's the honest truth. Some people, because there's a lot of different tobacco out there. People have their preferences.
That's true. It's a lot. Some of y'all still dipping snuff, but we won't talk about that.
Green tobacco too, I guess.
So they put it, I think what makes my leaf different is that it's not harsh. It doesn't come with holes in it. It's not dry, and women love it. You know, women love it because sometimes with other brands, it's too hard on them.
Because a lot of women do. So what do y'all feel about like women smoking? Y'all here for it now?
I feel like be grown. I mean, just understand the risks that come with it. Of course, you know, there's a lot of different people that say live your life, and then you got other people saying you're killing yourself. I just say be mindful of what you're doing and who you're doing it in front of.
Correct.
If you're in front of a lot of children on a regular basis, be mindful that understand that there are things that are grown folks things, smoking, drinking.
That's true.
Having sex.
Not for minors.
These are grown folks stuff. That's what I say about it.
Definitely. I agree.
And that's for anybody.
And if you're going to smoke with quality. And that's what you're producing because a lot of celebrities love your product.
Yes, premium quality. With being in Miami, I've been able to rub shoulders with a lot of people. And I got to see people come up from the bottom, to the top. So it's been an amazing experience.
And you have like, your family has like a crazy story with DJ Khaled, like how y'all go way back.
Yes. So my mother's from Puerto Rico and my dad's from Trinidad. Okay. So we're extremely Caribbean. So on one side, it's a lot of Spanish food. And on, the Trinidad side is a lot of curry and jerk and stuff like that. So when I was growing up, my parents had me young, about 17, 18. So they were still partying and doing stuff in the scene. So when they first bought their first home, they were looking for a DJ, but they were looking for, at that time, is reggae music. Okay. So a lot of people don't know, DJ Khaled is an extraordinary DJ when it comes to reggae music. Okay. You guys, a lot of people know him now as a hip hop DJ, but his reggae music is amazing. So what made him good is that they do something called, and I don't want to mess it up because I know the Jamaicans will come crazy after me, but it's something that they have the songs personalized with their name. Okay. So you have like, say, a Bad and Bougie song, but instead of saying Bad and Bougie, you're actually saying the DJ's name. And in that culture, that reggae culture, it's called like a sound clash. So this DJ would play the hottest songs, and this DJ would play the hottest songs. But if you're playing a song with your name on it, like think of having the Cardi B song now with your name on it, and you're battling another DJ. So, that was how we first, met him and stuff like that. And then his career started to, blossom. and we were able to do some things with them, you know,
That's
when I
what's
opened
up.
my business. Yeah.
Well, you just tell Khaled us here at the pot. We said hello. Humble as a cat.
I
What's
should
up,
still.
Khaled? You know, you the best. We the best. Maybe we should do some work together. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a lot more busier than what he was back then. You know, he was a lot, and at that time he was doing a lot of flying. He had a fear of flying, so he was doing a lot of road stuff.
You got a choice now.
Yeah, now he has to. Yeah, he has to.
So speaking of getting over some things, what were some of your fears when you first started your business?
The reason why I didn't do the show, it was the popularity and the fame behind it. And we've had this conversation, you know, recently because I had the honor to probably be one of the first people invited to do the show, and I politely declined. And I think at the time I didn't tell them the full reason. But I was so caught up in making sure the product was of good quality and that having success, I had, you know, no intentions to being famous or to be out. I really wanted to be the behind the scenes. So that was somewhat of a fear because the internet is ruthless. You know,
It's brutal. We see y'all.
Yes, exactly. It's ruthless. So it's like after a while, I got over it because, you know, I'm speaking to a lot of young people, a lot of older people, and you know, people want to hear my story and it can impact them and help them, you know? So I just had to put my stuff to the side and I said, you know, I got to, you know, help out people as best as I could.
So how was it like, we all come from a very interesting place of Arkansas. It has its highs and its lows. So how would you say you have dealt with the criticism, the hates, the love? Like how is it?
Current in Arkansas.
In Arkansas.
It's beautiful. You know, it's beautiful. I love it. I love all of it. You know, when I was here, I was going through a lot of troubles and a lot of pain. And then to throw that on top of it, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I thank God for it because, you know, where I'm at with business is a piece of cake because we come from a place that you have to be so amazing and people still would turn their back on you. You know, you can literally open up your own gas station, be the first black person or white or whatever at 17, 16 years old, and they would still rather go to the Shell right next to it. And these people could grow up with you, be your family or cousin.
Sure.
Unfortunately, that happens in a lot of cities, but I didn't take it personal. You know, I made sure that none of the guys around me took it personal, and we found ways to sell product and to be successful. So, you know, that would be the advice for people that are going through that, whether you're a musician, a photographer, you have blogs, just know it's going to be a terrible experience in the beginning. Your family's most likely not going to support you. Your friends aren't going to support you. People are a lot of times are going to do everything in their power to not see you succeed. And then when you do succeed, they're going to want to celebrate with you. And act like they supported you the whole time.
That's true.
How do you handle that? Like friends you grew up with and now they all in your face?
To me, it happens time and time again. You know, it happens time and time again. I accept people for who they are. You know, I accept a snake for being a snake. So it's like what I do is I make sure I don't put myself in a position in which they can damage me or hurt me. But I don't just shun them out. But if I see that you're not loyal or if you never had that respect for me or you said hating things, I'm probably not going to have you living with me. That probably is not going to work out. So that's how I deal with it. Yeah, they can text. They can text and call, but I'm very
That's
honest.
what's up, Nick. Can't text me. I'm gonna keep moving. Who is this?
I can't say that, and I know that kind of sound like to some people a whole lot of bull crap. Like, he just saying it, but it's really not. I promise you, I've seen Nick speak to people, and I was just saying this off camera. I've seen him speak to people whether he really, really knew them or recognized them or not, and he gives them the same love and joy and excitement and that they see in him, whether he knows them or not. And I think that that's a quality that we've forgotten in the sense that to remember that people are people. And they're going to do what they want to do.
Right, and I have to give credit to my grandma and my grandpa for that.
That's awesome.
Because, you know, when we think of the brand, you know, the name Figaro and the whole reason why I did this was to honor my grandfather. It was his 70th birthday at the time. And this is a man that moved to, you know, United States from Trinidad in the 70s. So imagine our struggle is just to grow up in America. Imagine coming from a third world country, you know, and bring in your wife and your family. So what he was doing were people were coming in his house and living with him. So, you know, from Trinidad or whoever needed help, they were coming to his house, living with them, and then getting on their feet and going and doing other places. So as a child, I got to see people be disrespectful to him.
And still get this.
And still be able, him to, you know, so it's not BS. I'm not just saying this for the camera. It's something my grandfather actually did. And that's why I did the brand, and to promote that message that, you know, somebody hits you doesn't mean you have to hit them.
And I'm pretty sure that gave you a lot of life lessons to come along with it. Like, you want to take on this task. I'm pretty sure God gave you a lot of tasks to say, you know, you want to take on this? Here's an example. Now you have your own example to live by.
Yes, correct. So that's why I live by that. My grandma, she's a church woman. You know, my grandfather not so much, but you know, I've seen so much disrespect happen to him, and he just say, you know what? I'm going to do what I have to do, you know, to help them out, you know?
That's pretty dope. So why cigars?
So I originally was doing a clothing brand. So when I initially met him, when I first came to college, when I came to UCA, I was playing soccer. So I was playing soccer. I grew up playing soccer since I was 3 years old all the way to 2021. And I had a soccer scholarship to come here. And it was great. You know, the first year was great. Then the second year, you know, you deal with a lot of politics and stuff like that. You know, everybody that's in the NCAA, you know how that goes.
Right.
Because, you know, we're growing up to be professional. And now you're in college, and it's like you have to be in class also.
Yeah.
So there was times people would ask me, what are you going to UCA for? What are you going to college? And I say, I'm going for soccer. And that doesn't work, because you're going to be great on the field, and then if your grades aren't good, you can't play. So I was having that struggle. So eventually, I just went back to Miami after my second year. I had some family members that were running a clothing brand called Express Your Soul. Express Your Soul was like a sneaker brand related brand. So, you know, like the sole of your sneaker, and then of course Express Your Soul. So, you know, the sneaker game and how things are, people want to wear, you know, nice sneakers that match their clothes. So they were already doing it fairly well, and then I helped them out, and I threw my twist on it. So at 2021, I was getting that business experience, and we started selling probably like 5 to 10 or shirts, and then 20, then 30, then hundreds, and then that's when I started to do a lot of the stuff with the celebrities.
Right.
Because everybody likes clothes, rich, poor, you know, all races. So that opened up a lot of doors for me. And then working in that business, I came to the realization that I kind of wanted to do my own thing. And so I got with my father, and we discussed a few different things. And originally, I was interested in hookah, you know? I was interested in hookah, but I was having a lot of challenges getting the hookah pieces from other countries into the United States, customs. It's a red flag. So I was having a hard time, and of course, I didn't want to do anything legal with smoke. So I thought of cigars. You know, we thought of cigars, me and my father, and we thought it would be a good way to honor my grandfather, and then also the twist I throw in it. Because when you think of cigars, you don't think of me. You know, not at all. You're not.
I wouldn't say that.
Now you do. When you think about cigars, like, oh, yeah.
No, even before I wouldn't say that. I watch a lot of like gangster movies.
No, but even with that, at 22 years old.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. 22,
you wouldn't think
23.
Yeah.
Because you relate those with like older gentlemen,
Correct.
seasoned men.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I even to this day I struggle with that aspect of it, because a lot of my peers or the people that are in the cigar community is generations and generations, and these are older people. So it's definitely.
And plus,
been
they're
a
used to a
challenge.
certain product by this time, so they've been using the same product for so many years.
Correct. And then what I bring, I appeal to younger people. So I appeal to a different demographic. A lot of my smokers are first-time smokers. For instance, you guys would be first-time smokers on Friday at my event. Club event, unplugged.
Man, what was that? I'm not a first-time smoker.
Yeah.
Look, what was that? That makes me.
First time, no, the cigars. First-time smoker of the cigar. So it's, you know, with
I just have to watch and take pictures.
No, I'll teach you. You're good. So
You scared to smoke?
My chest burning right now.
You have on a sweater?
I just feel it.
No. So exactly what she said is a great point, right? So what happens is that's why I wanted to get into cigars. A lot of times when you hear about people's cigar experiences, it's terrible. It's, oh my God, I almost threw up, and the taste was nasty, and it's because, it's equivalent to going to the bar and getting a shot of 151.
151.
Shout out to Ciroc. Shout out to Ciroc.
Chef, you did it.
So it's almost like going to a cigar store. A lot of times,
It's definitely not pineapple water.
a lot of times people, they go out and they smoke the darkest cigar. So
What is the darkest cigar? What does that mean?
Yes, there's a lot of different cigars. So the darkest like that I sell is a Maduro cigar. So a Maduro cigar can go to, in my opinion, it can go well with a whiskey, with a brown alcohol. And it's to me, it's a cigar that I use to wind down the night. It's not something that I use like to wake up or to go to a party or anything like that. So sometimes when you don't have the knowledge on cigars, you may look at some good packaging and say, I want to smoke that. Or it's $20 or it sounds good and then it's a horrible experience. So with my brand, I sell cigars that is good for new smokers.
Okay.
So I have vanilla cigars and then of course I have my cigarillos that come in different flavors. So it's extremely light. So that's what helps with the success and stuff with my business is that, they smoke it, they're like, wow, this is crazy. Like, this is unbelievable. And then it's word of mouth.
They smell good, I will say that.
Thank you.
I will say, it's very interesting that you talk about that, educating yourself on different aspects of generally culture. You have a lot of people that don't know how to drink alcohol, period.
Correct.
Don't know what they're drinking with, to drink with such things. They hear something on a song or they hear something on music, say, oh,
Correct.
I want that. So tell me this, what about you and your culture helped you get to this level? Because cigar smoking is a level of class. And
Correct.
so
It is.
for you to get to the point where you want to not only educate people about this level of class, but also kind of promote this level of classiness to the millennials, what of your culture kind of brought you back to that?
Well, it would be, my father. My father, getting with him because we didn't come from a cigar smoking family. A lot of times these bigger brands, it's 40, 50 years of it. So me and my father, we were testing it out and we were sampling it out and we were spending time and we were, constructing our own blend. Okay. So when you think of cigar, there's different levels to it. There's the binder, there's the leaf. There's a lot of things that go into it. So we came into the game and we said, look, we want to have a cigar that's not too complex and that everybody can smoke and it'll be affordable for everybody. So we put all of that together. So I think culturally, with it's just me and my father, I can't really, dabble into, because my grandfather wasn't really a big smoker. I introduced my grandfather, and he's 75, 74. I introduced, so everybody in my family, I introduced them. The same thing with my friends. All of my friends, my family, everybody that I meet, basically, I introduce to cigars.
That's pretty
so
cool.
I'm the first one. Yes.
Look at you out here breaking barriers out here.
Right.
Right.
Learn the language.
Smoke this. Puff this. Try this.
So let's get into it. I know some of you guys are wondering. So tell us what's going on with the lawsuit publications.
Oh, yes.
What's
Okay, we've been watching it. I know y'all heard of Durag Chronicles, but we got Durag Diaries. And you follow him on.
Can you please tell them the beginning of Durag Chronicles, how that came about?
Did you steal that from me?
I definitely
he
did
didn't
not.
steal. I wouldn't say he steal, but yeah.
I definitely. First of all.
Inspirations from you?
I just want to hear his perspective, and I'm gonna say what I have to say.
So Nick I guess I can feel that he feels like I was inspired. Definitely was not. So for all y'all who follow me on Instagram, I've been going back. My name used to be Say What's Real Jay. That's back in the day. So I used to do these rants all the time.
Yes, you did.
All the time. And so.
And you can still
And y'all made me viral last year. Y'all made me viral last year. Thank y'all. Nevertheless, so when I saw Tammy Roman do the Bunnet Chronicles, I got inspired to do the Durag Chronicles.
So it had nothing to do with Nick.
It had nothing to do with Nick, because Nick does Durag Diaries.
I mean, that's hurtful. That's
Nick,
hurtful.
I'm so sorry.
That's hurtful. Because
He does do Durag Diaries.
I just felt like he wouldn't lie like that. I didn't think he would really. I think he would lie. Because I'm 100% his inspiration. I'm 100%.
You heard it here, guys. Nick Figaro is my inspiration. Here it is.
Yeah, no, it's just a funny story about
He
the
makes
Durag.
his first million. Garrett made that, so I need
a funny story about the Durag Diary. So when Snapchat first came out, I have a friend Lex. I have to credit him for that. Lex in Florida Gulf Coast University. He was on Snapchat. And this was before Snapchat, I think, even had best friends, if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that probably are like, what's best friends? So this is no filters, none of that.
That's true.
So what I was doing, everybody was kind of doing the same thing, singing in the car, showing shoes, showing food. And I was just talking about regular stuff, but I was doing it in a do-rag. So I was doing it in a do-rag, and I called it the Durag Diaries because it's like an oxymoron kind of like
Hey, do you
people
have any
that.
receipts?
What do you mean receipts?
Like, stuff from years ago.
Oh yeah, of course.
He got
of course,
plenty of videos.
Definitely.
So you should post it and be
I
like,
definitely
this is
because
where the inspiration came
he
from.
would.
Jack, this is what
He's
you're
a
not
day
gonna do.
one.
You're not gonna be
No,
messy on James.
No, but
That's why.
but the thing is,
The next time she get a new hair color, we'll be sure to tag anyone.
but-
Who has the same- New
but
wig
this is-
inspiration.
No, but this is the truth.
New lip.
He has been watching my Durag Diary since day one, and this is about 2 years.
Nick, have we not known each other? We've known each other longer than 2 years,
So
though.
think
Have we
about,
not?
so think
So
about.
it's most definitely-
No, I'm just saying his Durag Chronicles came out in 2017.
Yeah.
And I think I was doing Durag Diaries.
I was doing them long. I've been doing them longer, even with do-rags, off and on. I still do them off and on. I like
He
to show
made
my.
it a thing in 2000.
Yeah, he made it because I was in Miami. Let me tell you how I heard about this. I was in Miami and I got a message about it. Like one
From
of those
somebody else?
messages. Yes, like
Well,
one of
thank you
those.
for the
Like,
y'all made me
and then-
viral last
you
year.
know,
So thank you.
I got a message, but they didn't know we were cool like that. And I was like, yeah, he can have it. Because
Now I can have it. Y'all heard it here.
You know what? For the record, that's why you should be wary about being messy. Right there, you had no idea that they knew each
cool,
other.
yeah.
Like, don't be messy and say, "Oh, Nick."
Yeah, she sent it to me. She
She
DM'd it to me and sent me the whole thing.
Ma'am.
Let
Sent me the whole thing.
Now let me
And I
go
said,
on your few, man.
and I said,
Right. Now do your research, because if you go on my page, you'll see I've been doing these for a long time.
yeah, I just
It's
said.
been a long time.
So I'm pretty sure while you was in Nick's DM, I'm trying to get into his bed.
Yeah, no, none of that. It's strictly business.
So you ugly. That's what he said.
No, I never said that.
No.
I never said that. But this is one a good supporter
I
of
hope you don't
mine.
get in trouble by this young lady.
No.
She was being messy, so she. Nevertheless, you got diaries and you got chronicles.
Moving on.
Either way it goes.
So now
Yeah,
back
perfect.
to things. So Nick, how is business as far as going? I know you had a few
Booming.
things going on.
Booming,
So
Can you talk about those things?
can you
Booming.
talk about
Yeah,
some
of course. Oh no, but you want to talk about the lawsuit?
The lawsuit,
first.
which you won,
Okay,
the first
yeah.
one, right?
Okay, so we were talking about the lawsuit. So the original lawsuit I had was for the Figaro. So the Figaro, I got in a crazy lawsuit when I was in college. Yeah. And I really can't show this flavor because this hasn't been released yet.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, this is special
Hot
for you
Friday?
guys.
Do I get to try this one out
This is
exclusively?
This is exclusive. So while I was in college, going through the college struggle, I was working a full-time job. I was driving from Conway to North Little Rock every day, working a job, full-time school, running an international business, doing all of that. I had the gift and the honor to receive my first lawsuit. And what happened is there's a company named Splitterello, right? So Splitterello thought that I took Figarello from them, right? So the product is a cigarello. All I did was put my name on it. And of course it didn't stand up well in court, but it dragged on. And anybody that goes through those type of things, even if you win, you lose because you spent thousands and thousands of dollars because a lawyer, and that's what a lot of big businesses are doing, is that when they see people up in the rise, even though they know that they can't win it,
They sue you because they know it's hurting you financially.
They know that's the way that they can get you. So a lot of times when you're hearing my story, hearing about me, they probably didn't think I had that power to fight them in court. So once again, just my luck. While I'm going through that lawsuit, I get another lawsuit for my logo.
I'm trying to. I got you, fam. I got you.
Exclusive. We already.
It'll be out by then.
So once I beat the Figarello, I was dealing with the logo one that I can't.
Fleur-de-lis on it?
Yeah, with the fleur-de-lis that I can't say who it is because I don't want to bring more attention to them. But it's so disrespectful. It's extremely disrespectful. I'm taking that one more personal. The other one was silly. We can joke about. But, what this represents, this means a lot to me because I grew up in New Orleans.
Gotcha.
So I grew up in New Orleans and I felt like how they're going about it is extremely disrespectful.
And I mean, when you think of the culture that you come from a Creole culture. You
Correct.
are the definition of Creole. And the housing of Creole
Correct.
is in both Florida and in Louisiana.
And you as well.
So it would not. Yeah, I'm Creole. You
Yes.
know, under the weave and the chocolate skin. I promise
Nice.
y'all.
That's the
It's a Creole.
Experience.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, come on.
No, but I take it. I take it. I take it.
Are you talking about my edges? Hold on, real quick.
I said,
Oh, I thought you said something about my edges. We was really finna go there.
Not y'all's about to go over edges.
I thought that
Nick, you should come out with a cigarello oil for these
Nah.
for the edges. It might help the situation.
I got some flavors. But
Spare me.
But no, what I just felt like, you know, all of this could have been a conversation, and
never
this
reached out
was
to you.
and this was very bad, you know, because I was in New Orleans when I dealt with Hurricane Katrina, you know what I'm saying, and in the darkest part, you
Right.
know, as a kid, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I was in New Orleans. I won state championships in New Orleans. I lived in Kenner, Metairie, Laplace. You know, I frequently go back. I do a lot of business, and like I said, there's a lot of friends and family that I don't get to see anymore because of Hurricane Katrina.
Gotcha.
So it's a very touchy subject. So to say that I'm trying to copy you and no one around me knows your brand, and I never grew up off your brand because I never smoked cigars, and my people, the people that smoke my cigars are new to the brand. So to say that I'm copying you is blatantly disrespectful.
Don't you hate that when people say you copying them and they not popping, they ain't got no
That's why you gotta have the
resume?
receipts. You know, you have to have
Them
you
receipts
gotta-
pay off.
Yeah, you have to have the receipts, but you know, all faith in God. You know, when it's time, I think it's going to be a jury trial. They're taking it that far.
Wow, that's
But you know,
Well, we
it
know they
happens.
shall lose. When you do stuff ill like that, you should never prevail. So we're not even gonna worry
Yeah,
about
we're not
that.
Yeah, we're gonna
No.
figure about it.
And we're not going to give them any more attention. But in the end, you're here, you're prevailing.
Correct.
You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So let us know, what are some of the maybe top 3 things that you would give a young entrepreneur advice on as far as them getting their business started?
There will be prayer and faith in God. You know that you'll start with that. It'll be prayer and faith in God. 2 would definitely.
Mary, she had to lean over.
Yeah, that would be one.
Absolutely.
Number 2 would be patience. You know, a lot of people, you know, they mess up their whole talent or their whole situation because they're on Instagram and they're seeing big chains and cars and they don't know if it's real or fake. They're just seeing something that glitters and they think it's gold. So they're saying, man, I'm not 19 years old with $30,000 or $3 million, so I'm gonna just quit on my dream. So you have to have patience. So it'll be faith in God, it'll be patience, and then, you know, including your family and friends. You know, that would be the 3rd one for me, to include as much people as you can, because it's all about your network. You know, to have the mindset that it's just me. You know, it sounds good to say that I'm self-made, but it's even better when all of your friends and all of your family make it together. So I think if you put all those things together, you'll be in good shape.
So, okay, so you made a comment off the set, because you got real deep.
Not just,
Real shallow.
Mary went deep and said, let's go on back. Let's go on back.
Shallow land.
Let's talk.
I'm tell you why I'm going back to shallow land. Nick, ladies and gentlemen, said he wants to be the 4th member on the pot because he adds a new shade of melanin.
Yeah, definitely a shade.
Team license.
Wait, once again, this is about including your friends. So yeah, we want to be a part of the network.
Yeah, I definitely. So I am the 4th member. So we can.
There's a lot of people gonna fight you for that spot. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Trust me, they don't want to see these hands. Any of them.
On that note,
Trust
all
me.
right.
You say
Keep
what I'm saying?
that on the record. We can buy.
What is something that people don't know about you? Like, what is something like besides you, you know, being on Snapchat, being on the couch with your
fur? You know, I keep the fur and the
Kicking.
you know, and the do-rag.
and the do-rag.
Outside.
Nick gonna get us sponsored with some do-rags.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some. You know, be careful out there. Yeah. I don't want to get dizzy in here.
Nick walk around like he's a lifeguard around here.
Yeah,
y'all.
we
Let me find out.
definitely. We need liability insurance.
Mary's a lifeguard trained.
Oh, she is? Ah,
Spare
nice.
me.
I like that.
Don't you like that?
Something that people don't know about me. Dang, that's difficult because I always talk about cheesecake. I love cheesecake. And I love soccer.
No, we need something juicy. You giving us
Like, what's something that nobody
We
knows?
need something juicy.
Okay,
That
okay.
nobody
All right,
knows.
we go. You wanna try to do it quick, or you can do it real easy?
All right, let me see. Let me
You
see
ready?
another one.
All right. Favorite color eyes on a woman?
Natural.
Natural. What's natural? Brown.
Yeah, brown. I like brown.
Brown eyes. Okay. Favorite music?
Rap.
Rap. Favorite artist?
Rick Ross.
If you could have dinner with any R&B artist, who would it be?
Beyonce.
Why?
R&B?
No, I said,
R&B?
why Beyonce?
Should I say, do that one again?
That's who I would pick though. She's a perfectionist. And
No,
got
she
that bread.
is the best, but I feel like that's like everybody would say Beyonce.
Hey,
Like
it is what it
everybody
is.
says
Yeah, it
Beyonce.
is what it is. Beyonce.
That was real though.
No, I would just do it just your longevity of a career, and you know that's
You
that's
better
the
go
key.
deep.
Look, he about to strip.
You know what? He
Longevity.
can tread some shallow water, boy.
So, Nick, what is next for these cigarillos, for the cigars? What's next?
Taking over the world, you know. I'm here. I flew in from Miami today just to be with you
did.
guys early. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing events worldwide. So
You just left Atlanta.
yeah, no, I'm going to Atlanta. I'll be in
Okay.
Atlanta for Tuesday. I did Art Basel. Art Basel was amazing. And then I helped a small car company called Rolls Royce. I don't know if you guys heard them, Rolls Royce. They released a...
Not a small.
Yeah, this is small.
That's real nice. It's real
Small.
cute.
That was really cute.
That's
That's stuff
small.
that famous people and celebrities can say.
Small.
You just showed your celebrity.
You just be sure to tell your friends they need to stop by the pot.
Right.
I helped them release one of their cars. One of the
That's
I
pretty
think it was
dope.
a Dawn or a Phantom.
You have one?
Did you get to drive it?
No,
Or?
I don't have any cars or anything like that. Anything of value, you know. I don't need anybody to come rob me for anything.
No,
I'm
no,
up and coming.
Oh, you have a cigar.
Yep, just cigars and just tips, helpful tips. You know?
Helpful tips.
Yeah, helpful
Well, how
tips.
helpful is your tip? You got a girlfriend right now?
Oh,
Ooh, well, she.
Out there. Just came.
This for all the people who trying to get a scoop.
That's right. For all y'all trying to scoop it
no.
on?
As of right now, I'm just single. You know,
You single.
single and
Single as a
enjoying
Rello.
life. Single, you know, I hang around a lot of married people. Yeah. Yeah, single, very single. My parents are married, you know,
Are
my
you just
grandparents are
chilling?
married.
You just chilling.
Yeah, just working. It's just so much
you're not even
traveling
worried
and
about
stuff.
that?
No. I'm just,
But if it comes
when it
around-
comes, yes,
It
of
comes.
course.
All right, well,
Everybody has somebody.
Let's let you know
I'm
you
here.
got to be showstopper. He just said it.
Not you here and available and willing.
Yeah, we can make it.
We can make it. Y'all, we're going to keep up with what Nick got
Take her
going
to Miami.
on.
Take her to Miami.
Huh?
She can come to Miami, right?
She can come. I have to come. I am.
Jet skis. She like jet skis and stuff like that.
Y'all can do whatever y'all going to do. I just need.
Find out.
There's actually-
I got a friend in Palm City. I don't mind checking.
You'll love
You got a
club-
friend in Palm City, man?
Yeah, nice. You'll love this club that we go to. This is called G5. You love this club. It's awesome. So,
I
yeah,
don't
we
really
did some
club
stuff.
like that. I like to stay at the house and cook.
Oh, nice.
No,
let
nice.
me and Jay
Maybe he can
get
come
out.
jump on your couch. Y'all, we do appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Melanin Pot.
Me and Jay been excused from the room.
Excuse from the room. Y'all can.
Goodbye.
I just need access when I come to Miami.
Yeah,
Talk.
100%.
Get the scoop.
Y'all good.
Once again, y'all go ahead and y'all indulge and use some
Yep.
cigars and cigarillos. Smoke with quality. Oh, also, he has some really dope lighters.
Yes, lighters.
everybody
Everything available at www.figarocigars.com. So from there, we ship
Shop
everywhere, ship all across the world.
Absolutely.
2 day
And if
shipping.
you are a young person, entrepreneur person, can they reach you kind of?
Yes, of course. Through the website is actually my personal phone, which I don't think is a good thing, but it's definitely my personal phone there. So you could definitely FaceTime me, call me, whatever.
If you don't
Okay.
answer, don't take it personally. He gonna
Yeah,
send you.
yeah.
Also, another thing we might need to look at is Nick. Who's your publicist?
My publisher?
Yeah.
All right, it's me.
It's you. We might need to look at JBM and Associates. Here's the pen right here. We can hit plug in. So y'all really have something to talk about when you're on the plot.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
your own
awesome.
personal
High
Olivia
five.
Pope.
Look
We
at
can
that.
go right here.
Nice.
So let me find. Cheers. There it is. Ooh. Until next time, guys, we thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you. I'm getting scooped.